Max Verstappen is at the center of another whirlwind, as Toto Wolff suggests that Red Bull Racing has designed their car in particular to suit Verstappen's driving style. Verstappen retaliates, calling Wolff's comments nonsense, and maintains that he simply drives the car in the quickest way possible, without any special modifications to cater to his style. The tension between Red Bull and Mercedes, simmering from the last season, brews further with this recent spat. The intrigue escalates with FIA's impending announcement on cost cap compliance. Hamilton's surprise adds to the suspense. Wolff's doubts about Red Bull favoring Verstappen and potentially disadvantaging Sergio Perez leads us to question the performance gap between Verstappen and Perez. Meanwhile, Verstappen defies the odds and adjusts his driving style to meet the needs of the car, not the other way around. There's speculation surfacing about Red Bull's methods and their secret behind creating a dominant car, potentially altering the balance mid-corner. Hamilton's critique of his engineers adds to the drama. As we wait for the FIA's verdict, the rivalry between Red Bull and Mercedes keeps us on the edge, with a debate around the Red Bull car design adding another layer of mystery. Unending twists and turns in this Formula One saga, wouldn't you agree? Well, hello there. It's your host, Enzo, bringing you the hot news straight from the Formula One world. We've got my esteemed colleague and sports commentator, William, from Birmingham, joining us too. Say hi, William.
Hello, everyone. It's great to be here with you, Enzo.
We're broadcasting on the F1 Motor Fever podcast channel at 3 in the afternoon and 7 in the evening every day, delivering the latest and the most intriguing news in the world of Formula One. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, drop your comments, and don't forget to share with friends and family. Your support keeps our wheels turning.
Absolutely, folks. Your interaction and feedback make a huge difference.
Got a revelation coming that's going to make your jaws drop. Why is this so important? Because it's shaping the future of Formula One racing as we know it. So stay tuned, hold your excitement, because we're just getting started.
Oh, I can't wait, Enzo.
Foot down. Hold tight. Here we go. Felipe, Vicente, hit us with that jingle. So, the battle of words between Red Bull Racing and Mercedes continues. It's a rivalry that's been simmering for years, culminating in a nail-biting finish last season. It seems like we're sitting on a ticking time bomb, with the FIA's announcement on cost cap compliance looming. An intriguing statement from Lewis Hamilton about being caught off guard with the cost cap adds fuel to the fire.
Yes, it seems Hamilton is as much in the dark as we are.
It certainly does, William. And Toto Wolff, he's been vocal, hasn't he? He's suggested that the FIA has been probing into Mercedes' finances more deeply this year. He stirred up the pot further by suggesting Red Bull might be favoring Verstappen, providing him with a car tailored to his driving style.
It implies a disadvantage for Perez, increasing the performance gap between the two Red Bull drivers. Quite a significant claim from Wolff.
Absolutely, and we know how this sport thrives on driver feedback. It's crucial in designing their race cars. On that note, remember Hamilton's criticism of his own Mercedes engineers earlier this season, claiming that they didn't heed his advice during the conception of the W124.
Indeed, quite a statement to make. The dynamics within these teams are proving to be as intriguing as the races themselves.
Continuing our discussion, Hamilton's statement about his experience with handling cars is quite stark. He's expressed frustration at his suggestions not being heeded and a call for accountability within his team. Quite a bold move, don't you think, William?
Absolutely, Enzo. It's clear he's not afraid to voice his concerns.
Wolff's suggestion that Red Bull might have knowingly built a car that Perez can't drive well has certainly stirred some controversy. It seems the claim is that the RB19 is perfectly suited to Verstappen, contributing to his lead.
Yes, Verstappen's success this season has raised eyebrows. But Verstappen himself has dismissed these claims as bullshit comments. He insists that he just drives the car the fastest way possible.
Indeed, he seems irritated by the allegations. Interestingly, Verstappen's approach reminds us of another Red Bull world champion, Sebastian Vettel. Remember the debates about Vettel's ability to handle a difficult car design while his teammate Mark Webber often struggled with the same equipment?
Yes, during the championship years between 2010 and 2013. They had a clever engine management setting which required a unique driving style.
Exactly. Verstappen seems to have a similar philosophy. He wants the fastest car, and he'll adapt his driving style accordingly. He's not asking for a car that suits his driving style, but rather a car that's the fastest. Quite an interesting perspective, isn't it? Verstappen's approach truly encapsulates the adaptability required in this sport. He maintains that what's really important is being able to adapt your driving style to what the car needs. I think that's an insightful point, don't you, William?
Indeed, Enzo. Such adaptability is key to success in Formula One.
Now, about the current generation of Formula One cars. They obtain roughly 50% of their downforce from low pressure created under the floor of the car, a somewhat dark art that's difficult for observers to fully grasp. And Red Bull's dominance this season has fueled theories about their car development strategies.
Yes, there's been speculation that Adrian Newey and his team have devised a method that manages the center of pressure under the car during the braking phase. That would indeed change the car's balance mid-corner, wouldn't it?
Yes, it certainly would. And this might be something Perez is struggling with, while Verstappen has managed to master. It also explains Verstappen's recent admission about the RB19. It apparently took some time for him to understand how to drive the car in the optimal way.
Quite fascinating. It shows that mastering these cars isn't an overnight process, even for the best drivers.
Absolutely, William. And let's not forget Perez's candid admission at the Monza drivers' press conference about his inability to match the 100% consistency of his world champion teammate, week in, week out. It's all in a day's work in the high-octane world of Formula One. William, what's the online pulse today? Any intriguing comments from our dedicated fan base?
Let's have a look, Enzo. Racing Fan 96 posted on Sky Sports F1, saying, "In my personal opinion, Valtteri and all my teammates have been stronger than the teammates Max has had." Those are strong words from Lewis Hamilton indeed.
Quite a statement there. What's the reaction been like?
Oh, quite a flurry of comments, Enzo. I forgot my old ACC notes the buzz, saying, "Hitting the engagement jackpot here."
And what about the opinions on Hamilton's claim?
Well, Los Terminators finds it amusing that there are more comments than FP1 while it was ongoing. However, a user by the name of Jaliscus jests that Hamilton's statement includes Kovalainen, the 8th fastest driver of all time.
Oh, did he now?
Apparently so, according to Jaliscus. And DL064 adds to that, remembering that Paddy Lowe once remarked that Kovalainen could be as fast as Hamilton on a one-lap pace.
Interesting. Any other noteworthy comments?
Yes, there's an interesting thread here discussing Hamilton's Finnish teammates. Users Mayhem 747 and K8 Sawdogs discuss Bottas' amazing qualifying laps but struggling race pace. And Fluffy Log 7603 humorously remarks, "If I had a nickel for every time Hamilton had a Finnish teammate who was great in quali but bad in races, I'd have 2 nickels." Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
That did give me a chuckle. Safe to say the internet is never short on opinions.
Oh, absolutely, Enzo. And finally, Alina Second argues that Lewis is basically saying out loud that Bottas is better than Sergio. And Tedstery agrees, stating that Bottas is better than Sergio. Put Bottas in that Red Bull and he'd be locking out the front row with Max every weekend.
Well, the online sphere is never short of speculation and debate. Cheers for the updates, William. And that brings us to the end of another gripping episode of F1 Motor Fever podcast. We've had quite the discussion, delving into adaptability in racing, car development strategies, and the vibrant, chaotic world of online commentary. We sincerely thank you all for joining us. Your support fuels our passion. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, activate notifications, and share our channel far and wide.
Indeed. Spread the word on WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, or even during your Sunday roast. We're here every day at 3 and 7 o'clock in the evening. We have a lot more to chat about, so make sure you don't miss out.
Before we sign off, a massive shout out to our incredible technical team, Felipe and Vicente. They tirelessly work behind the scenes to make sure everything runs smoothly. We couldn't do it without them.
And let's not forget, we're already revving up for the next episode. We can't spill the beans just yet, but trust us, it's one you won't want to miss.
Absolutely. So, until our next episode, pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road, our channel's content is pure gold. Roll the vignette.